Alright, hello everyone, welcome to another video on this Shattered Throne farm. This time I'm on a Warlock. It was pretty easy to set up the video for the Titan, but for the Warlock I had to do a little bit of digging into a couple of sources on getting the Devour spec to work pretty good with the Warmind build. I found several things across Reddit and YouTube that pretty much said to use a couple of these mods, and so we're putting it all together to make an ultimate AFK farm. However, I haven't really ever gotten it to do a complete AFK. It keeps kicking me out because I'm really bad at doing stuff. Probably should tape my D-pad down or something, I don't know. But this build basically relies on Warmind cells and Charge with Light, so we'll just get going with that. The main component here is we're going to run as a Voidwalker tuned for the hunger, so we're going to go with Devour. Devour is just going to be the thing that keeps you alive forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So whatever the important things down here is, the feed to the void leads into the Devour, and then you just get heals forever. Right? That's the important part. Doesn't matter what else you build here, vortex grenade, or what have you, but the important thing is just to have down here set up. Next would be having a weapon that will give you the Warmind cells. Use the Icolos SMG that gives you the Warmind cells. You can use any Seraph weapon or any of the Icolos weapons from last season, and you can get Warmind cells. So a very important part. The reason why that works is is because we need to pair these two up. This Light from Darkness and Reactive Pulse. So Light from Darkness essentially says that you become Charged with Light whenever you defeat an enemy near a Warmind cell, and the Reactive Pulse, while you're Charged with Light, when you take damage from enemies you're surrounded by, you emit a burst of damage of arc energy, consuming one stack of your Charged with Light. And so that does like a multi-kill. So you can see how that pairs up with the Warmind cell. If the Warmind cell is right there and you get a multi-kill from the Reactive Pulse, you get a Charge of Light back. And so it's kind of like they feed each other. The thing that's going to promise you that we're going to get the Warmind cell next to us is going to be the Grasp of the Warmind. That would be us picking up the Warmind and just holding on to it. And so these three kind of feed into each other really well with saying, hey, I have a Warmind cell here. I'm getting multi-kills from this Reactive Pulse, which feeds into Light from Darkness, and then boom. You just kind of like an infinite cycle of whatever, Minecraft reference you can think of. The next thing would be like Supercharged and Stacks on Stacks, just to make sure that your your Charge with Light gains the extra stacks that you need. I think I'm getting like five stacks of Charge with Light. I think I've only ever seen 4, but I think I am slotted up to get 5. But so you want to have that up there. You don't want to run out of Charge with Light, and that's the important part here. So with that, I mean, it's pretty much basic. This is just a extra set of the legacy gear that I just had laying around, because I don't get rid of stuff, obviously, if you look at my character sheet. And so what you need is 1 solar, 3 voids, and an arc if you're keeping track to make this build work. And a fancy helmet. You can't live your life without a fancy helmet. Alright, so I have the checkpoint here, and we're just going to fly right into this. It might take a second to actually get it. Gonna bait him. Okay, got the Charge with Light. Y'all saw the explosion. I was able to pick up the ball, and now as they come funnel at me, I can just sit here and I can set my controller down because they'll hit me, and because my Warmind cell is right there, they will die from the arc explosion. And because everything is working together, it's constantly feeding into my charge with light. As you can see on the left hand side, it just keeps going up as it's going down. So this is really helpful. I mean, one of the negatives is you're holding the ball, so you can't really work on your weapon catalysts, but you are getting a lot of materials. This way is especially good because you can get taken butter, you can get a delicious explosion, you get multifaceted flavors, and you can get electric flavor. So all that combined, this is probably the best farm, quote unquote, for if you want to make actual cookies, because you get so many different type of materials. If you don't know how to get to the spot, I do have a video on the Titan. I could show right here. Doing it, and I actually have the run that my Titan ran to get to this checkpoint. And so you can just click on over and check that video out. But yeah, this is basically it. You just sit here, you do your thing, and you just let these thralls punch you, and because of Devour, you always get health. So thank you everyone for posting your lovely content out there on the Reddit, on YouTube. Keep making things, keep sharing all the fun that you have, and I'll just keep having fun, taking a look at it, trying to make my own thing, and figuring out that somebody else did it. Why recreate the wheel? So yeah, this is definitely enjoyable because I could do other things while I'm sitting here farming these dawning spirits. So until next time, I don't have a sign off. Adios.